bianyina ye afu Spain Spanish league ne de bla team bianyina ye team na Barcelona for ahyehyɛ ne de bla pani mbasa ahyehyɛ ne bla pani zavi team na mbasa team na no dem pa nyata ngeto akra.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy. Welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football related issues concerning transfer. Charlie, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you press the post notification bell. Follow us on our social media platform on IG, on TikTok, and then on X. The views are not moving. I don't know why, but I will keep going. I will keep going till we make it. So this is your weekend games review. I will be fast and touch on all the leagues, the Premier League, the Spanish Premier La Liga, and then, the Italian Serie A, and then the German Bundesliga. I will be fast and touch on all these leagues. So click on the subscribe button. Let's get straight into the video. So we are starting with the Premier League. A lot of games happened. Most of the big teams won, except one man, and then one team will get there. But, early kickoff, Manchester United, 3-0 against Southampton. Southampton played home. Manchester United went away. And then before the game, something happened. Garnacho was benched before the game because we all expected Garnacho to, start. But Garnacho was the lineup came and then he was on the bench. Some sources in there in Manchester United, suggest that Ronaldo earlier on talked about how Ten Hag should listen and all of that, how Ten Hag is not managing the situation at Manchester United, or how they need to rebuild and all of that. So Ronaldo did an interview with, Ferdinand, and Ronaldo said something about Ten Hag. According to sources, Garnacho liked that post, and that is why, Ten Hag benched Garnacho, and then he termed it as, a tactical decision. This is not a tactical decision. Ten Hag, your ego, you should, bend down your ego. This is not Ajax. This is Manchester United. Ajax and Manchester United, they are different. Especially the players, they are different. Manchester United, you'll be, managing big egos, big character, big players, unlike Ajax. So Ten Hag should work on his ego and then how he manages his players. Player management, poor. But he benched him and then, 3-0. Southampton had a penalty. Lastly, Ugochukwu, what a player. He controlled the midfield, but Southampton, wasted some chances. They had a penalty. Andrew Onana saved the penalty. Andrew Onana saved the penalty. Very, very, very great save by Andrew Onana. And then even after the penalty, he did some couple of good saves out there for Manchester United. Garnacho came from the bench and then scored a goal. Rashford scored. So that is what happened in the early kickoff. Manchester United started the season very poor, but now they have the win. This is, just like, a brief for Eric Ten Hag to also operate so that he doesn't operate in chaosity. Brighton also played 0-0. Brighton, what Brighton did to us, I will not talk much, but Brighton played 0-0 against Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, you cannot score Ipswich Town. Brighton, come on, bro. Welbeck wasted a lot of chances. Crystal Palace 2-2 versus Leicester City. Fulham also played 1-1 against West Ham United. The West Ham coach, Julien Lopetegui, he should be very careful because the kind of players they have signed for you, if you cannot provide results with this kind of players, I don't know what you want again. So Julien Lopetegui, just allow the boys. Allow the boys to have fun. West Ham, look at the quality that they have. And then they cannot even, score Fulham. Bro, come on. Julien Lopetegui should do something. Or else he will be one of the first coaches to be sacked this particular season in the Premier League. So Julien Lopetegui should work on his, tactics so that, he can get the best out of his best players. Kudus is not firing. Bowen is not even firing. Paqueta, they are all off this particular season. I don't know why. But Julien Lopetegui, that is why you are there. You would have to find answers for these particular problems. Liverpool lost against Nottingham Forest. The Annie Slot. The slot man also lost against Nottingham Forest. They have broken a record. Some 50-something years record. It is not easy. For Liverpool to lose at Anfield against a team like Nottingham Forest. Bro, it doesn't work like that. It's not easy. But Nottingham Forest did really, really, really well. Nuno Espirito Santo set up his boys very, very well. They were defending, going, coming. Morello, top player. top, football by Morello, Morgan Gibbs White, Elanga wasted some couple of chances. I didn't like that because I watched this particular game from minute 1 to minute 90. Callum Hudson-Odoi came from the bench, scored a very brilliant goal, and then I heard some Chelsea fans online, feeling very sad that we sold Callum Hudson-Odoi. Bro, calm down. We have sold the player. We have a sell-on clause. I think it was around 5 million bonus included. So I think he is doing well. You should be happy that he is doing well. So Callum Hudson-Odoi scored and then got the 3 points for Nottingham Forest against the Slot Boys. Kevo, big shout outs to you. You are watching me, Kevo. Big shout outs to you. The Slot Ball, it's not working. At least after the international break, it's not working. I want them to lose more. Wisdom, Desmond, I want you guys to lose more. So you lose, you continue to lose and lose and lose. So Arnie Slot, but I think they will bounce back. Ideally, I think they will bounce back. Manchester City also won by 2-1 against Brentford. Erling Haaland, 2 goals. This guy is a machine. This guy is a predictor, bro. Machine. Wesa scored in the first minute. Very, very brilliant goal by Wesa. By Erling Haaland. This is a striker. So Manchester City won by 2-1. Aston Villa, John Duran, Ole Watkins, McGinn, and then the boys. Very brilliant play by Aston Villa. Top play by Aston Villa. They won by 3-2 against Everton. What a goal by John Duran. The guy they score, just the small goals. The guy scores screamers. The guy scores clutch goals. John Duran, what a player, John Duran. When Chelsea were linked to John Duran, I didn't like it because I still feel he's not the ideal striker that we should go in for. People think that he's the ideal striker we should go in for, but then he's a striker. When you watch him, you know that yes, this is a striker that he will do well in the near future. Bournemouth, Chelsea won against Bournemouth 1-1. I'm not going to celebrate, even though it was a brilliant game. On the side of Bournemouth, but not on the side of Chelsea, we had so many issues, especially in the midfield. Vega. Going forward, Vega should not play as a midfielder. He can play as a left back, invert to become a midfielder, but as a certain midfielder or as part of, the midfield two of Caicedo and Renato Vega, I don't think he's ready for that. Maybe you can introduce him from time to time, but I don't think he's ready for that. So Enzo Maresca, don't do that. And then again, Enzo Maresca, play your best boys on the pitch. It is not every day that we can come from the bench and come and impact the game. Play your best boys. Nicolas Jackson is not doing well. Bench him. Play Christopher Nkunku up front. You saw the goal Christopher Nkunku scored. Brilliant goal. That was a striker's goal. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho's message to Eric Ten Hag is that go and suck your mother before you question my ability. Go and suck your mother before you question my ability, So Jadon Sancho, man of the match. Brilliant performance by Jadon Sancho. I am expecting more next game against West Ham early kickoff. I am expecting Jadon Sancho to start to even score a goal or assist in match week 5 in the Premier League. Arsenal also won by 1-0 against Tottenham Hotspur 3 times in a row. For Arsenal, they have won at Tottenham Hotspur 1-0, 3-2, and then 2-0 3 times in a row. It is not easy to do that, but Arsenal won by 1-0. Gabriel Magalhaes, a top header, a very, very, very powerful header by Gabriel Magalhaes. But Arsenal, they sat back. They left the ball for Tottenham Hotspur to play the ball, and then they sat back, executed their plans, executed their tactics very well, and then got the win. Julian Timber, I have to big up Julian Timber. What a player! He was playing as a left back, bro. This guy was everywhere. Julian Timber, what a brilliant player! What a brilliant play by Julian Timber. So Arsenal also won by 1-0. Tottenham Hotspur, they are just same old Tottenham, Expressions, I saw expression, expression was fuming, but bro, this is Tottenham. You don't have, you are not going to do anything, Tottenham. So this is Tottenham, but Newcastle also came back, won 2-1 against Wolves. Harvey Barnes, very, very, very brilliant game by Harvey Barnes. So that's what happened in the Premier League. What do you think will happen? Let's quickly check out the table. Manchester City sitting first, 12 points. Plus 8 goals. Arsenal 10 points plus 5 goals. Newcastle sitting third, 10 points. Newcastle are doing really, really, really well. Liverpool are also sitting fourth. We have Aston Villa, Brighton, we have Nottingham Forest, and then Chelsea, Brentford, Manchester United. When you come down, Everton 0 points. relegation is calling them. Relegation is really calling them. Southampton, I think they will go. Wolverhampton too is also having 1 point there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happened in the Premier League. This is the table. Brilliant game by the boys in the Premier League. Let's quickly move to the Spanish Premier La Liga. Week of controversies in the Spanish Premier La Liga. A whole lot of controversies, especially in the Real Madrid and then the Barcelona game. A whole lot of controversies in the Spanish Premier La Liga. Quickly, Real Madrid won by 2-0 against Real Sociedad. Penalty scored by, Vinicius Jr. Another penalty by Kylian Mbappe. And this is where the controversy came from. And this is where the controversy is coming from. Look at the picture on the screen. Vinicius Jr. passed the ball, had already lost the ball. The rest of that player had a contact on Vinicius Jr. And then, that was not even a very, very, hard contact. It was a very soft contact. And then I don't know why that penalty was taken. But honestly, I don't know why that penalty was taken. But Real Madrid, they have been doing something for the past years. Referee decisions, I will not sit here and say that, Florentino Perez is having influences on these things. I don't have evidences for that. But what they are doing too much. They are doing too much. Controversies, bro. Controversies. And when we get to the Barcelona, match, we'll talk about that too. There was a very, very a controversial decision by the referee. This week, the Spanish Premier La Liga referees, especially the referees who officiated the Barcelona and then the Real Madrid game, poor officiating in the Real Madrid and the Barcelona game. But that particular ball was not a penalty, in my opinion. It wasn't a penalty. And when you say that, Real Madrid fans will come and defend. Of course, if it is not against you, you will defend. And that is even me, if I am, defending based on sentiment. If the decision goes for me, I will defend it. So that is exactly what is happening. Real Madrid fans decided to defend. But bro, let's be real. That penalty was not a penalty. It was not a penalty. Real Sociedad played very, very brilliantly. Kubo was even fuming. Kubo was saying that, they played well, but if not because of the referee, it's because of the referee that is why Real Madrid won. I don't think so. I think they have, quality over them, or they have more quality than them. But, generally in Spain, the small teams have to build their connection to the top, because it is looking like, whenever a match is being played between small team and then a big team, the big team automatically have upper hand, even for some referee decisions. It, just goes into some referee decision. They favor the big teams. I don't know why. In EPL, it doesn't happen like that. As a big team, they will even take some decision against you. That will not happen in other leagues. So I don't know. But, Spanish Premier La Liga, the referee decisions poor this particular weekend. It was very, 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 very poor. But Real Madrid won by 2-0. Vinicius Jr. scoring a penalty, Mbappe also scoring a penalty. Very, very good for them. They have 3 points, 2 goals there. So Athletic Bilbao also won by 3-2 against Las Palmas. Nico Williams scored, Sunset scored. Inaki Williams had, I think, 3 assists. So Inaki Williams doing really, really well. When he goes to Athletic Club, he's doing massively well. But when he comes to Ghana, another story. They wanna tell you. When it comes to Ghana, bro, we don't see what he's doing. So that is what happened in Athletic Bilbao. Barcelona also won by 4-1 against Girona. They pasted Girona very, very, very well. They really, really pasted Girona very well. Lamine Yamal, 2 goals. Dani Olmo, a brilliant goal by Dani Olmo. Pedri also scored. So their kids are doing what they are showing up for them. Christian Swani also scored in the 80th minute. Another controversies in this particular game too. Airball, Inigo Martinez, Balde, plus one other striker. I think it is Swani or Rio, one of them. And then Balde gets the ball. This is not involuntary action. This is a voluntary action, because Balde went for the ball and he caught the ball. Balde hits the ball, and then the ball hits Inigo Martinez's hand. Bro, ideally this is a penalty, but the referee is saying that it was involuntary action from Balde. And then I agree that when Inigo Martinez is going up, or he's going for an air ball, of course the hand will go up. That is perfectly fine. I agree that. But when the ball hit his hand, at the moment the ball hits his hand was not in a natural position. Bro, it was coming down and then the ball hits his hand. Of course, he was not aware, but from Balde, it was not involuntary action. It was a voluntary action from Balde to clear the ball, and then the ball hits Inigo Martinez's hand. This same decision was taken against Eder Militao in this same particular season. So, bro, inconsistencies, and then, the decision making poor in the La Liga. But all in all, Barcelona was dominant. They played really, really well. They pressed really, really well. Pressing. And then Giroud, I don't know what they were doing, but when you get the ball at the back and you know that these guys are going to press you, you know that you are not going to get away with, their press. So just, find a space to, just clear the ball. Just play the ball. Because when you pass from the back, they are going to press you and they are going to get the ball. That is what Hansi Flick is doing. So Hansi Flick doing really, really well. 5/5. 5/5 in the season so far. Lamine Yamal had the man of the match, brilliant performance by Lamine Yamal. Atletico Madrid also won by, I think, 3-0 against Valencia. Georges Mabedashvi, he did some couple of saves, but it was not enough. Conor Gallagher, the Gallagher scored for Atletico Madrid. Griezmann and then Julian Alvarez also scored in the 94th minute. So Conor Gallagher, very, very happy for this guy. He's playing at, Atletico Madrid, playing the Champions League, playing his football, doing what he likes. The coach also lost his football. Everything is working for Conor Gallagher. Big money. So Conor Gallagher, I'm happy for you, man. I'm very, very happy for you. Let's quickly check out their table. The top 6 of the Spanish Premier La Liga. Barcelona are doing really, really well. 15 points plus 13 goals. Atletico Madrid, 11 points plus 7 goals. Real Madrid sitting third, 11 points. Villarreal, 11. Celta de Vigo also sitting there. Also Deportivo Alaves, they are also. So that is the top 6 for the Spanish Premier La Liga. Let's move to the Serie A. The Scudetto Serie A. Quickly, Napoli won by 4-0 against Cagliari. Di Lorenzo scored. Krejci Kvaratskhelia scored. Lukaku scored and also had 2 assists. So the Kakuo man is doing really, really well. Of course, Conte-Lukaku combination, it is fire. It's like fire and petrol. Fire. So Lukaku will cook, and then Borgiano also scored in the last minute, 90+3 for Napoli. Lukaku had the man of the match. Very, very, very good performance by Lukaku. Inter Milan, Inter Milan. Oh man, Shiska Papa. Inter Milan really, really, really did, some damages in this particular weekend. The goals came, but the D-boys and so. I'll be very honest. The D-boys, I am part of them. So Inter Milan, drew 1-1 against Monza. Monza, so Monza there, bro. AC Monza. Dumfries had a very late goal for Inter Milan. Boys had some faith, but it didn't materialize, So Inter Milan played 1-1 against AC Monza. Atalanta also won by 3-2 against Fiorentina. Moiskin scored for Fiorentina. Tege, Diketerewa, and then Ademola Lookman. Lookman had the man of the match. Lookman is the CAF player of the year. Apart from Lookman, we are not looking anywhere else. Lookman, what a player. Ademola Lookman, very, very, very brilliant performance. Man of the match for this particular game out there for Atalanta. AC Milan also won by 4-0 against Venezia. Theo Hernandez scored first goal. Fofana scored second goal. Christian Pulisic a penalty, and then Tammy Abraham too a penalty. I'm happy for these guys, as you can see them on the screen. My boys, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Christian Pulisic, and then Tammy Abraham. Very, very happy for these guys. Tammy Abraham doing really, really well for AC Milan. It's like Chelsea are next, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek is started, Pulisic is started, Tammy Abraham is also starting there. So Fikayo Tomori is also there. So 4 Chelsea players, they are doing really, really well. I wish them good luck. AC Milan, they should cook for me. AC Milan also won by 4-0 against Venezia. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what happened. Christian Pulisic had the man of the match. So let's quickly check out the Bundesliga, a bit more on the Bundesliga, and then let's close the curtains for this particular video. RB Leipzig, they should be very careful. RB Leipzig, 0-0 against Union Berlin. You cannot even score 1 goal. RB Leipzig, double chance, over 1.5, win. Oh, come on, RB Leipzig, and then the chances they were wasting. So they played 0-0 against Union Berlin. Bayer Leverkusen scored 4-1 against Hoffenheim. Boniface scored 2 goals. The Victor Boniface, and then his celebration. What was that, Boniface? Victor Boniface, Victor Boniface scored 2 goals for Bayer Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz also scored for Bayer Leverkusen 4-1 against Hoffenheim. But Bayern München scored 6-1 against Holstein Kiel. Mujaba Musiala first goal, Hurricane hat-trick, 7 minutes, 43rd minute, and then 90 plus 1 minute. We have, an on goal there, and then Michael Olise also came from the bench and then also scored for Bayern München. Dortmund also won their game though, So Bayern München are sitting first, Dortmund second, 7 points. We have RB Leipzig. They should free one more. Bayer Leverkusen also sitting fifth with 6 points. So that is what happened in the Bundesliga. When you check the last, the table, we have Holstein Kiel sitting last 17, St. Pauli, and then we also have Bochum also sitting 16th on the league. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you like it. Like the video for us, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our social media platform. This is Football Insights. My name is Kobo, and peace.